Can this 14-year-old iPhone 3GS run Minecraft? It technically could a long time ago, but Apple officially ended support for the iOS 6 App Store, making it impossible to install apps altogether. But there could be another way. The game plan is simple. Given this iPhone is so outdated and Minecraft is no longer compatible, we're gonna take a shot at jailbreaking this thing. And if successful, I'll attempt to install an older version of Minecraft. Honestly, I'll be pretty happy if we make it that far, but let's make this a little more interesting. If I can jailbreak the iPhone, then install Minecraft, I'll attempt to survive the night. It's been a hot minute since I've actually played Minecraft, so something tells me it's gonna be rough. All right, let's do this thing. So tell me, how much do you know about jailbreaking? If it sounds kind of sketchy, it's because it is. It is sketchy. Jailbreaking enabled a bunch of different customizations like themes, tweaks, and apps that weren't approved by Apple. In 2015, 225,000 users with jailbroken devices had their data stolen. So it's not very secure. Plus, installing unauthorized apps can lead to piracy real quick. But these are some of the risks I'm willing to take to get Minecraft to run on this iPhone 3GS. Now, I've been doing some research with this big old tin can, and while doing that research, I stumbled across an absolute mad lad who's made tutorials on how to jailbreak almost every iPhone. And according to his instructions, it should be as simple as downgrading to an older version of iTunes, plugging the iPhone in, and running this sketchy looking software. But then he made a concerning comment about the iPhone 3GS.
The jailbreak tool for the 3GS, or specifically iOS 6, is the most unreliable, crappy, failure-prone tool I have ever used to jailbreak an iPhone.
Well, what have we got to lose? Other than my impeccable track record of running Minecraft on old stuff. So I got to work installing an older version of iTunes on my iMac. And you may have noticed macOS no longer actually ships with iTunes. Apple replaced it with the music app a few years ago. But luckily, I was able to find another group of mad lads who created an app called Retroactive, which allows you to install a bunch of legacy Apple apps on the latest version of macOS. And installing iTunes 11.4 worked great. I was honestly surprised at how well this worked. And man, was it a throwback. And all that was left to do was plug in my iPhone and run Poxyspawn. Poxyspawn? P-O-S-I-X-S-P-W. Poxyspawn? Is that how you say that? Anyway, here we go. For whatever reason, I couldn't get the software to run. Using macOS may not be the best move here, and using Windows could be a more stable option. But I have a pretty big problem. I don't have a Windows PC. That is, until now. In this 400-year-old laptop bag, there is the answer to all my problems. Not all of my problems, but a lot of them. It's a Dell laptop, and it's not in a good way. This is my sister's laptop, and it has seen the world. Why is it so beat up? Oh no. Can you see that massive crack? What is this level? I'm not gonna lie, this laptop is in rough condition. Did my sister throw this thing off a balcony? Look, as long as it works, it doesn't need to look good. It just needs to jailbreak my iPhone so I can break some blocks. Let's give it a try. Although slow, everything started up okay, but it didn't take me long to realize how painful this was going to be. And not just because I'm an Apple fanboy, though that doesn't help. This Dell laptop is running at 100% hard drive capacity. It was running so slow that I booted it into safe mode to try and uninstall some apps, but nothing was working. She is cooked, lads. So it was back to the drawing board. And luckily for me, after some research, I was able to find a way to jailbreak this iPhone 3GS running iOS 6.1.6 using a modern Mac. I was successfully able to jailbreak the iPhone 3GS. I have no idea why I was trying to do this with Windows. I can see all the PC fanboys in the chat just destroying me right now. Step 1, jailbreaking the iPhone, complete. Now the iPhone 3GS is jailbroken, there's a couple ways to install Minecraft. Given there's no official way to download it, my best bet is to not pirate it, but I suppose that's what it is. My best bet is to find the app files somewhere on the internet. And this is definitely where it starts to feel sketchy. After a ton of Googling and some weird looking websites later, I was able to find a few Minecraft Pocket Edition app files, but it does make me feel kind of weird. See, when you jailbreak an iPhone, it typically installs an app called Cydia. Cydia is essentially a marketplace for tweaks, themes, and other apps that aren't technically supported by Apple. Well, not technically, they're totally not supported by Apple. And to install apps not from the App Store, you need to install an app called AppSync Unified, which Apple, if you're watching this, man, this is for educational purposes. Oh man, Apple's never going to invite me to an event. So to install my sketchy version of Minecraft, I first tried to use the older version of iTunes that I had previously installed on my iMac, but I really wasn't having any luck transferring apps that way. So I turned to another tool called iExplorer, which should let me transfer apps to my 3GS. Frick yes. Frick yes. Can you see that? Minecraft. on my 14-year-old iPhone 3GS, baby. Let's see if it opens up. Things were looking good at first. Minecraft was successfully installed on the iPhone, but when I launched it, it would immediately crash. We get so close. I tried restarting the iPhone, I tried a bunch of things, but it didn't matter what I did, it just showed the Mojang screen for a second, and then it crashed. This went on for the other 8 different versions that I downloaded. I would download the app, use iExplorer to install it, launch it on my iPhone, and it would just crash. So close, but so far. At this point, I really had to step away from the project. It was so close to working, but I had no idea why it was failing. I do wonder why I'm even attempting to do this. Maybe I just don't want to be a one-hit wonder. But deep down I knew somehow this had to be possible. And then I had a crazy thought. Could I install an older version of Minecraft directly from the App Store? This is nuts, but as of last week, yes. It's actually crazy. See, when I was scrolling the depths of the Jailbreaking subreddit, I came across a few people wanting to do the same thing. How do I install apps that aren't compatible with my older iPhone? And every time this came up, a tweak called Checkmate Store was mentioned. When installed, this tweak allows access to the archive of older versions of apps. So technically, I could use this tweak to download the most recent compatible version of Minecraft directly from the App Store. Plus, it technically doesn't count as pirating because I've already paid for Minecraft Pocket Edition. Except Apple closed down the iOS 6 App Store 2 months ago. My timing is terrible. So how the frick do I get the iOS 6 App Store to work again? Well, here's where things get crazy. A user in Japan has already created a tweak to re-enable the App Store, literally a few days ago. What are the freaking chances, man? From what I can tell, the tweak uses a server to redirect iOS back to the current App Store. And I don't know if I recommend doing this, but I had to give it a red hot go. And incredibly, it worked. Using this random tweak, I was successfully able to get the iOS 6 App Store working again. And I scrolled all the way through my purchased apps until I found Minecraft Pocket Edition. All I had to do was tap the cloud icon to download it. And after a few minutes of downloading, it was installed. I can't believe it actually just worked. This screen is so small. Not only does it run, but it runs way better than I expected. I can't believe it. This is just Minecraft running on a 14-year-old iPhone. This is so silly, dude. This is crazy. I mean, I don't really know what to say. I'm just like enjoying playing it. I honestly didn't think we would make it this far. So step 2, installing Minecraft is complete. There's only one thing left to do. Okay, it's game time. Literally, it's game time. There's over a decade between these 2 versions of Minecraft. It is wild to see how far we've come. All right, let's see if we can do this. I'm not gonna lie to you, these controls are a struggle. While I was crafting a sword, a zombie snuck up on me. I ran to the hill, somehow missing this creeper. And with only 2 hearts left, I came face to face with another. I was feeling pretty confident, but then I got stuck in a tree.